I want to share with you the importance of switching your idea of having recipes and understanding how you can create meals. These are two different things. Recipes tend to be something that you have a bunch of ingredients and you have steps on what to do. But we have to be realistic. Life is busy. Nobody has time for that. So I usually like to say recipes are more for special occasions, but on your normal day-to-day life, you want to think about how are you going to keep this healthy lifestyle? Also, while you're on your weight loss, how to keep this going without really interrupting your busy day. So one of the best ways that I have learned on how to create this healthy lifestyle is by switching my mindset from recipes to meals. And let me explain what that means with meals. So here I have different components in my meal prep, or what I like to say bulk prep. I tend to prep my foods a little bit more in bulk instead of meals. So here I have chicken that I have baked, and then I have potatoes. I usually have a little bit more cut up veggies, but we're getting down to our last days before we go do our grocery runs. So you're gonna have to bear with me. This is all I have for now. So I have some cut up tomatoes, I have lettuce, I have some spinach, and then I have tortillas and some pita. So what I mean by creating meals, here I can create multiple different meals in my day if I wanted to, or on other days with using the same ingredients or at least the same protein, okay? What I would do here is I can create a potato bowl with chicken. So I would have my chicken, my potatoes, I would add some lettuce, some tomato, and then add some salsa to spice it up. So I normally like to add salsa, or let me share with you other little things. So in order to switch up my meals, one of the things that I like to do is add salsas, and I have here some green salsa. This is pretty much 10 calories for 2 tablespoons. It's like almost nothing. And then I do like using this crema mexicana. You do have to be a little bit careful. This is 25 calories for 1 tablespoon. And then once I get bored, I also have some no sugar added barbecue sauce, as well as I have some Frank hot sauce. So sometimes when I'm feeling like in the mood of having some hot wings, I add it to my chicken, I throw it in the air fryer, and it is amazing, okay? So that's how I would create the same bowl by switching up the flavors, right? Now, let's say the next day or the following meal, you don't want to have the bowl again. No problem. You have your chicken, and guess what? You can make yourself some chicken tacos. You grab your tortillas, you warm up your chicken, you add your lettuce, maybe tomato, some salsa, and some crema, and there you go. You have a different meal. Now, let's say you didn't want to do tacos. You could go ahead and do whole wheat pita. These are my favorite. You could get them at Aldi for 70 calories. Some whole wheat pita, and then you make yourself like some pita pockets or something similar to that. So another little tip and trick I have is I am a huge fan of enchiladas. It is my comfort food. It's what I grew up eating. So in order to make my enchiladas fit into my healthy lifestyle, I like to bake the tortillas until they're like a little crispy. So I bake them at 350 for about 5-10 minutes. And then I buy my sauce. I am very convenient. I love convenience. I'm not gonna make this from scratch. So I buy my enchilada sauce. I like this one. And then what I do is I dip my tortillas in them, and then I add my chicken, and then I make myself some chicken enchiladas. Another thing that I like to do is I like to make sometimes flautas or taquitos, and then I just warm up the tortillas, I roll them up, I add them into the air fryer. Now, we don't want you eating all week tortillas unless you want to. I am a huge fan. It's a simple, easy meal that I can make, my husband can make, and we can always spice it up. So we do have tacos, I'm gonna say like 2-3 times a week, sometimes more. Now, I also have what I would call emergency foods for like when I don't prep, or things that are just convenient in the pantry. So here I have rice. We don't eat a lot of rice, but every so often you want to switch it up. So instead of using the potatoes, I use rice, I would have the chicken, I would have my veggies of choice, and then I would add my sauces, okay? So right there, I already created a bunch of meals. So if you think about it, you can create different meals using the same protein. All you switch up is your carbs, your sauces, and your veggies as well. Now, when it comes to your protein, one of my biggest key thing that I would say so you don't get bored is switch up your protein every like 3 to 4 days. So that way you're not eating the same protein every day and you don't get bored. And what I mean by switching it up is here I have baked chicken tenderloins. Sometimes what I'll do after this, I'll do ground turkey. So that way the texture is different. After the ground turkey, I'll do either back to chicken tenderloins or I'll do chicken breast that I can make either plain or I can make it into tinga. And one of the things that you always want to have in hand are seasonings, okay? So seasonings are the thing that is going to make kind of the same food or the same food item taste different. So I know even with my potatoes, I like to switch up the seasoning and it feels like I'm eating something different every day. I just wanted to go over this super important component of meals versus recipes. A lot of people oftentimes think that they need recipes and spend hours looking for healthy recipes and they don't get the results. And let me tell you, the people who get the results are the people who understand that nutrition is as simple as having your protein, your carbs, and your veggies, and you just make it into a meal that you enjoy. There's so many ways you can make kind of like your traditional meals that you like in a healthier option. So hopefully this was really helpful in you understanding that you don't need recipes, and recipes are great for special occasions, but on your day-to-day life, if you want to make your life easier, if you want to make your weight loss easier while you have a busy schedule, think of your meals as meals, protein, carbs, and veggies, and how can you make it taste delicious. If you like this type of video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and subscribe for more content like this in the future.